we're gonna be updating this thing. So you can see it still has the old shag carpeting and the cabinets that came with it. This is a super cool rig. They built these like a tank. So they're basically built like an upside down boat. So we're gonna be building in on it. Y'all hang on, this one's gonna be fun. Hi, I'm Shane.
I'm Kelsey, and that's
this is Dixie, and we're Love Hut for Life. We've now been on the road for 127 weeks in that haunted yellow box over there.
That's right, guys. 127 weeks of full-time travel on the road. This week, we started out our adventures rockhounding in Morristown, Arizona, and have made our way just a little ways down the road to start on a very, very cool project. This 1976 Dodge Chinook behind us is getting a whole new remodel, and we're really excited to share it with you. Stay tuned till the end and let us know what you think in the comments. And we are in Morristown, Arizona. Now, until last night, we had this spot all to ourselves for several days, finding some absolutely beautiful things in the ground. As usually happens on weekends, the spot is starting to fill up, but that's okay because we've got a whole lot of adventures planned this week, and it's about time we got started on them. Oh wow, that is one awesome view, guys. That's Lake Pleasant down there. We are on some pretty rough road. Sorry if the camera's hopping a little bit, so are we. What are we doing, Shane?
We are accessing some public land that is back behind Lake Pleasant. If you notice, there's a fence that runs along the park boundary line. You can pay to play within the park, so you'll see a bunch of side-by-sides out here, but there's also state as well as BLM land further north. There's no parking on the lake though, so don't even try. The maps would imply that you could, but it's wrong. Don't do that. So we're gonna go stay in the mountains with the donkeys.
We may not have been able to camp on the lake with a lakeside view, but we had absolutely no problems finding a beautiful place to park, an absolutely incredible view out our bedroom window. I think this place will be a good place to call home for a few days. What do you think, Shane?
It'll do.
Oh guys, this is pretty awesome. We found a vein of calcite crystals.
Pretty neat. I've been looking for a couple of days for one of these. I want to see them. But the calcite, I mean, it's obviously not a crystal, but it is. Not quite like something you pull out of Arkansas. But those are quartz. Still very pretty.
Guys, last week's video was all about us rockhounding in Morristown, Arizona. This week, we traveled about 10 to 15 miles as the crow flies away from that spot for a change of scenery, and surprised ourselves by winding up in a place where we're actually finding most of the same things we were finding over there, and even a little bit more. We found enough just walking around yesterday that we think it justified as a pretty good hike today. We don't have long to spend, but we're gonna find everything we can this morning. I got a few scrapes and bruises on our hike, but Nurse Dixie is here taking care of me now. I think we found some rocks that were worth it though.
I do too. It's a very pretty place.
I think the blue agates might be my favorite thing we found today, but we also found a bunch of fluorite and some different types of agate with druzy quartz inside of them.
Ooh, and We also found these, which they're not very durable, so I don't know how we're going to get them back to our storage, but how could you not grab this thing?
Calcite clusters. So awesome.
Wonder if you could knock off the top there.
You know, guys, we could have played around in those washes for at least another week without getting bored, but we are on the road again because we have a new project ahead of us, and that means that we've got to go into town and do all of the chores, you know, like laundry and grocery shopping.
Yeah, but it's gonna be worth it. We're gonna get to do a fun project. This one is it's an old school, and it's a 70, I want to say 78 model Dodge, and it is a Chinook. So we are going to be taking out some of the original stuff and putting in new and inventive stuff. I'm not quite sure what it is. I know there's a list. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. We are very excited about it. Hey, Dixie. Are you excited? I think she's just tuckered. It's almost immediate every time we get into the truck that she falls asleep. It's like her favorite place to be. So we are racing the sun to find a camping spot for the night after getting all of our chores completed today.
What's that in the sky over there? It's light reflecting off of water molecules.
So there's the sun. What's that?
Is it showing up on camera for y'all? I hope.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely there.
Super trippy.
Okay, now it's behind. Crazy. Anyways, we are very, very much racing daylight to find somewhere safe and hopefully all alone to camp tonight, because tomorrow it's back to work. It appears that we have made it to our next home and to Shane's next project. This one is going to be so much fun, guys, and we happen to be doing it for a very, very dear friend. We're excited to be hanging out with her and working on this awesome rig. Let's see if we can find Shane. There he is.
Hello.
Hey babe, you want to tell us about this thing?
This is a Dodge Chinook. And come on in. It's been partially gutted out, and we're going to be finishing that and then making it look pretty. We're going to be cleaning up all these old paneling and take those down, re-insulate, build in some furniture, get rid of this so I stop banging my head on it would be nice.
I believe you have been instructed to do that first so that you don't injure
I just have
yourself.
a very large concern. But yeah, we're gonna be updating this thing. So you can see it still has the old shag carpeting and the cabinets that came with it. This is a super cool rig. They built these like a tank. So they're basically built like an upside down boat. So we're gonna be building in on it. Y'all hang on, this one's gonna be fun. Good morning. We're about to tear a hole in this thing. More specifically, we got to start by tearing all of the paneling off. We're going to be re-insulating behind it. So we got to find the framework. Yo, hang on. It's going to be dusty.
Meanwhile, I'm going to see if I can make our new temporary home a little bit homier. Unfortunately, not everyone follows the leave no trace rules when out here, and this place is covered in trash. And almost every tree you can see some sort of debris. And even over here, some of the blooms and the cacti that are so incredibly beautiful are just being ruined by old clothes.
What are you doing?
Checking out your work.
Oh.
What are you doing in here?
Cutting wood. We are working. We're moving forward. We got everything all ripped out, and don't fall.
I'm very carefully moving backwards so we can see more.
We got everything ripped out, and we're adding in a structure. So what we're going to be doing is once the structure is built, we'll tie the fiberglass back into it, as well as add in more insulation. And as we're working, we're patching holes like this. So I'll be doing the backside, and then there's a body worker coming in, and they'll be doing the outside. I don't know how to do all that.
Meanwhile, it's pretty noisy in here because in addition to all of this work that Shane's got going on, I've also got my rock tumbler plugged into the Jackery over here. That way it's not loud by the house. He wears headphones all the time anyways.
Oh yeah. I can't hear that. I can feel it in my feet. Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going in here?
Good. We've been working on framing out our little box here, as well as starting to work on the patches for the inside portion. So, got one down, moving towards this one. We'll be doing some fiberglass today. I think this window's about to come out as soon as you put that camera down.
All done.
Thanks. That was a lot easier with two people. That's just one of those I can't do alone.
Oh, nice. It looks like all of the framing in here is complete, or most of it at least.
Most of it at least. All we're short is this box. We're gonna be doing something with it, and I'm not sure yet, but I still gotta keep moving. So
there was a ton of dry rotting and mold when we took the window out, so all of this has been reframed in and is looking a whole lot better.
yeah, I was able to save the three corners. I'm gonna add a little epoxy or resin to them. I'm gonna be doing some fiberglass, bonding this stuff to the fiberglass shell. And this corner I actually had to rebuild a little bit, so we have something to screw the window into when it goes back in. So it'll be a layer, several layers of plywood and fiberglass. But it'll give something for screws to go through, which is what really matters.
Moving along for sure. And I am moving along at getting this place all cleaned up. There's 5 bags of trash over there that I've collected from around the desert, and not even a drop in the bucket for what we hope to get cleaned up out of this place.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big trip to the transfer station, but I'm sure the state of Arizona will appreciate us. Well, that sunset is over and the day is done. We'll see that rig tomorrow. But while I've been working all day, we've prepared ahead. We like to cook in the ground. We call it our hobo ovens. We use charcoal or a barbecue grill. And we put it down in a hole. And there's a grate down at the bottom. And then our meat and foil. This has been cooking for 6 hours. And it's a big pork tenderloin. I wonder what Kelsey's making to go with it. All right, so yesterday I was able to get this framework finished up, and I also started doing some fiberglass work. I am not capable of doing the outside work that's going to be done, but I can do the patches on the inside, so there's something to attach to. We have one there as well as one here. Both of these were for different components. Looks like I'm going to have to do one more coat of fiberglass on those. And I'm also building in a box here to store things from the outside. After that sets, we'll start spray foaming this sucker.
We have started on the foam and
So
almost
fun.
completely gutted the other side.
Yeah, the foam over there we're working on. It's not curing properly. I think it's just so hot here that the foam's giving me some problems, so I'm gonna have to do that one in the dark. But we're gonna start on this side while we're waiting on foam. My attempt is to get this upper cabinet completely out, and we have some dry rot, and I suspect there's quite a large amount up here from a leak from the air conditioner many years ago.
We will rebuild these cabinets completely if we need to, but we're thinking if we're careful, we might be able to save them.
Maybe. Let's try.
I think we'll make a very happy cat. We're gonna try. Cabinet is down, and I do believe that we saved it. It's out there, but what's behind it, Shane?
This is wood. Dry rot. It's gonna be okay.
All's fixable.
Kitchen's gone. I was hoping I could save some of it, but it appears there's a little water damage on pretty much all of it. So we're gonna be rebuilding it, but that's fine. It'll be stronger and better.
Yes, ma'am. I know this is your space now. May I please? May I please? Thank you.
So
Thank you, sweet pea.
Surprises, actually, it is really good.
Oh, wow!
So, I mean, this was...
It's
I
in
kinda-
great shape considering what I was
Yeah,
expecting you to find.
When we pushed our fingers in here, I figured it was gonna run the length, but no, by the time...
Wow.
By the time
oh,
we
that's
got to here,
glorious.
it was almost
Yeah.
virgin, but it's had a couple of other different leaks. Look at the underside of the counter. It's
Yeah.
cooked, but most of the wood was kind of rotten in one fashion or another.
I should have dumped the tanks before you did this. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not like we're doing anything with the
No, we can
tanks
cover that,
under
though.
there. You just cap
I'll
it.
just put a rubber glove over them and
Yeah,
take
and
them
it got bent, so. This
Yeah.
is fantastic, Shane.
off. So this is the little,
This now removes.
well, yeah, and it's
Yeah,
the
it's
thing
got the
for
thing
your
that my
little,
little drawers sit on.
I'm not gonna try to redesign that,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, exactly.
I'll put it back in to
Yeah.
whatever I build. But look at, does this thing rattle a lot when you drive down the road? Your windows, you hear them clanking, clanking, clanking.
Everything rattles a little
Look
bit.
at this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, we got a lot of motion.
We're gonna stop that.
Yeah.
So we'll frame it in, and then once I build a kitchen,
But that's the glory of a cow. 45 years old, and she's been doing that for
Oh,
45 years, and nothing has fallen apart. She's
No.
still in glorious shape.
no,
I mean,
this is
I
really,
encourage
really good.
everyone who can find a cow to snag it.
Yeah.
If you see a cow, you beg, borrow, and steal to acquire that cow because it's going to be around forever.
Yeah,
And you're going to have stuff like this on occasion.
but still,
It's a little after 7 a.m. and Shane has already been hard at work for over an hour now. Let's go check on the progress. Hey, hey, how's it going in here?
Hello. Sorry, couldn't hear you. It's going good. So this spray foam, while it's not meant to completely fill a wall the way we are doing it, I think it's going to work best for our particular application. It's going to make it a lot more rigid in here. It does need to operate at about 75 degrees is what my research showed. So yesterday inside of here was well over 100. So it was literally just melting off the walls. So I'll get part of it done this morning. Every morning I'll have to come out and spray foam until we get it done. But it's working. Hello. We're
Hey, there's
taking
a
out
new hole
seatbelts. There's an old hole there. This was the 30 amp connection for the original power system. So this is another set of holes we're patching up. Say goodbye.
Guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this week's video and got something out of it. There's a whole lot of work left to do on this Chinook, but we want to take the time to say thank you to each and every one of you who are following us along. This channel can't exist without you, and we appreciate each and every one of you.
If you're looking for a way to get a hold of us, check out some of our other social media like Facebook and Instagram under LoveHut4Life, or you can email us at lovehut4life@gmail.com. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace out, guys. Have a good one.
Bye, y'all.